Celestial Refugees, Chapter 4. In the stifling confines of the USS Pioneer, with the oxygen levels critically low, the crew's situation was becoming increasingly dire. Leo Rodriguez, his face slick with sweat and hands trembling from exertion, continued his desperate attempts to repair the air purifier, but the damage was too extensive. As the final minutes of breathable air ticked away, a sense of despair began to settle over the crew. Then, amidst the gloom, Dr. Nia Patel made a crucial observation. "Wait," she exclaimed, rushing over to the environmental sensors. "The external atmospheric readings, they're different from what we expected. The nitrogen levels are high, but there's more oxygen in the air than we initially thought." Elara Tran, her attention snapping to Nia, approached the monitor. "Are you saying the planet's atmosphere might be breathable?" Nia nodded, her eyes wide with a mixture of hope and caution. "It's not ideal, and it's thin, but it might just be enough to keep us alive." Without hesitation, Elara made a decisive call. "Prepare for an immediate atmospheric test. Alexei, suit up and check for air quality outside." Alexei Ivanov, his cybernetic enhancements whirring into action, quickly donned his spacesuit. "On it, Captain." The crew watched in anxious silence as Alexei stepped into the airlock and waited for the green light. The outer door opened, and he stepped onto the alien world, a desolate landscape stretching out before him. Taking a cautious breath, Alexei's voice crackled through the comms. "It's thin, but I'm breathing. The air is breathable." A wave of relief swept through the Pioneer. Elara let out a breath she didn't realize she'd been holding. "Good work, team. Let's get our suits on and start setting up an external base. We've bought ourselves some time." As the crew equipped themselves for their first venture onto the planet, Leo continued to work on the purifier, determined to provide a more stable source of air. Outside, the barren landscape of the desert planet awaited them, a new world filled with challenges but also with the potential for salvation. As they stepped onto the alien soil, each crew member felt a renewed sense of purpose. They were no longer just survivors, they were pioneers on a new frontier. However, as they began to explore their surroundings, they noticed something unusual in the distance, an anomaly on the barren horizon. It was too structured to be natural, a sign that they might not be as alone on this planet as they had thought. The breathable atmosphere had lent a newfound vigor to the crew of the USS Pioneer, but the discovery of the mysterious structure presented a new array of questions and possibilities. With the need to keep the ship secure and continue repairs, the decision was made for Leo Rodriguez to stay behind. His mechanical expertise was crucial in not only fixing the air purifier but also ensuring the ship's safety. Elara Tran, along with Nia Patel and Alexei Ivanov, prepared to investigate the anomaly. Before departing, Elara briefed Leo. "Keep working on the purifier and monitor our comms. If you don't hear from us every hour, or if there's any sign of danger, you know what to do." Leo nodded, understanding his role in this critical mission. "I'll keep the ship secure. Be careful out there." The crew utilized one of the Pioneer's all-terrain rovers, a sturdy vehicle designed for extraterrestrial exploration. As they drove towards the structure, the barren landscape of the desert planet unfolded before them, an endless expanse of sand and rock under a foreign sky. The anomaly became more distinct as they approached. A series of geometric shapes, deliberately arranged, stood in stark contrast to the natural surroundings. "It's definitely artificial," Nia observed, her eyes fixed on the looming structure. "But there's no telling what purpose it serves." Alexei, equipped with various scanning devices, reported, "No immediate signs of life or movement. But let's not let our guard down." Upon reaching the structure, they parked the rover at a safe distance and proceeded on foot, cautious yet curious. The structure was imposing, its surfaces smooth and reflective, untouched by the harsh environmental conditions of the planet. Elara circled the structure, taking note of its features. There's no obvious entry point or markings. It's like nothing I've ever seen. Nia examined the base of the structure, discovering what appeared to be an interface panel. There's some sort of technology at play here, she said, her voice a mixture of excitement and caution. But without understanding its function, it's best not to tamper with it. As the sun dipped below the horizon of the desert planet, the sky transformed into a canvas of deep reds and purples. The alien landscape, bathed in this surreal light, took on a haunting beauty. The crew of the USS Pioneer, aboard their rover, watched in silence as they made their way back to the ship, the mystery of the structure lingering in their minds. Upon their arrival, Leo Rodriguez greeted them outside the ship, his face smeared with grease and his expression a mix of fatigue and determination. "I've managed to patch up a few systems, but the purifier's a tough fix. It's going to need more time," he reported, wiping his hands on a rag. Elara Tran nodded in understanding, appreciating Leo's efforts under such challenging circumstances. "Good work, Leo. Keep at it. Every bit of progress counts." Inside the Pioneer, the crew gathered around the makeshift dining area, a sense of camaraderie binding them together in the face of adversity. They shared a modest meal, conserving their dwindling supplies, while discussing the day's discovery. Nia Patel, her eyes still reflecting the wonder of the anomaly, shared her thoughts. "What we saw out there, it's unlike any known human or alien architecture. If it's a beacon, who was it meant for? Or if it's a remnant, what happened to the civilization that built it?" Alexei Ivanov, always the pragmatist, added, "It's a significant find, no doubt. But we need to be cautious. We don't know what kind of technology we're dealing with, or if there are any safeguards in place." Elara, pondering their next steps, gazed out of the ship's window at the stars. "Tomorrow, we'll focus on gathering more data about the structure. We need to understand what we're dealing with before we make any moves." As the night enveloped the desert planet, the crew settled into their designated areas for rest. The Pioneer, damaged yet resilient, was a solitary beacon on the alien world. Each crew member was lost in their thoughts, contemplating the structure, their mission, and their fate on this distant world. The night was eerily quiet, with only the occasional hum of the ship's struggling systems breaking the silence. In the darkness of this foreign planet, the crew of the Pioneer lay awake, each grappling with the enormity of their situation and the mysteries that awaited them.